Hey guys, how you doing? Ralph, that was really excellent. I really appreciated everything you had to say there. I think I'm going to take a train the next time that I go on vacation. So actually, I'm in vacation mode right here, as you can see, but let's get right down to it. I'm going to be talking about ways you can make your trip more affordable, and there's three things you have to think about. You have to think about your airfare, and you have to think about your accommodations, and you have to think about some of the things you might do while you're there. So let's get right down to it. I'm going to take you to a couple websites right now, starting with Apple Vacations. This is one of my favorite places to go to when I want to book a trip. The reason why is because Apple Vacations will actually assign you a travel agent. So not only can you type your trip in here and get some information on your trip, but they'll assign you a travel agent, and the great thing about that is you can talk to someone live. Now you might think travel agents are a little bit too pricey and expensive. They're really not tacking on a lot of money right now. What they're doing is they're consolidating a bunch of trips, they're putting them together for you, and then they're passing the cost savings on to you. Something really cool, and you have to check this out. This is called AirBnb. This is a brand new service that's come out probably in the last year, and the whole travel agent business is disrupted by this right now. What we have here is we have people that actually put their apartments and their houses and spare rooms up on the internet, and you can go and you can rent them. Now, for instance, I pulled up a search right here on New York City, checking in 826, out 827. Look at this. You can get a studio apartment right here in Midtown New York City. That's unheard of. And you can actually go in here and you can take a look at other pictures of it. Look at this. This is phenomenal. For $135 a night, it's furnished. They leave a couple books out for you. I mean, this is just unreal. Look at this. They even have a electronic grand piano right here. And what's cool about this is you're going to see reviews from all the people that have stayed there. So it's kind of a self-regulating, self-monitoring type of website. And this is a great way to book your trip. Even if you're going overseas, you should definitely check that out. We're going to move on to Travelzoo.com. This is a place where you go and you put your email address in, and they send you travel deals. This type of travel deals they send you, if you can look at my email right here, is they're going to send you local deals, okay, things you might want to do that are close to the house, but they're also going to send you a weekly top 20. And they're going to have a lot of last-minute trips that you can book. Look at this, $99 to the Bahamas. On a cruise. That's unheard of. $61 on some plane fare, and St. Lucia Rainforest Resort, $99, and it goes on and on. So this is something you definitely should check out, and you should just probably type your email address in here, and you should subscribe to their email list. Now, I've taken the liberty of taking us on a trip to Walt Disney World, and I've used a website called Expedia.com. We're departing for 5 days, and what Expedia lets you do, actually, I'll take you back a page, is Expedia lets you choose your flight hotel, flight car, flight hotel and car, hotel and car. So we did flight, hotel, and car, and it gave us these results. $323 per person at the Best Western Orlando Gateway, and the prices go up from there. What's really neat about this is you can select one of these trips, and you can modify your trip after that. Orbitz, as you can see, the front page of Orbitz is very similar. In fact, I almost use them interchangeably. Orbitz, Expedia.com, great way to book a cheap trip. I have to mention something here before we look at this, is that you know, the cheapest way to take a trip is to call your relatives up. So if you have relatives that are out of town, you can save on their accommodations right there. So if you need to call your relatives up, that's a great way to save some money on your trip. So back to this trip right here on Expedia, you can change your car reservation, and you can also change your flight. Orbitz, again, is very similar. Our friend Renee is involved in YTB Travel. You can ask her the actual website, and they also search for trips, and she gets a little bit on the side, I think, for that, and she'll be able to help you out. If you're not part of a budget airline club like the Spirit's $9 Club, I highly suggest that you join it. It's $59 for a year, and if you fly a couple times, it's definitely worth it. So again, try to stay with somebody that you know if you want a more inexpensive trip, and definitely use some of these services such as Expedia and Airbnb to really set you off in the right direction. And if you happen to be going on a cruise, you can also check the cruise line sites. And the best thing to do, though, is to call your travel agent first and then work down from there. Now we're going to move on right now to Renee, and Renee is going to be talking about packing. So Renee, it's your turn. Take it away.